Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler.
All right, a lot going on. Let's get right into it. What's happening now? What's going to be happening in the next 24 to 48 hours? We got a front out there that's moving to the south. It's a cold front, stalling out though, and so this will stall out to the south of us. And there's some moisture pushing on top of, up over top of it and moving into our region. That's happening today. It's going to happen again tomorrow as another little area low pressure forms along that front. So that's why we're going to see some mixed precip, especially tomorrow. Temperatures will get above freezing in the afternoons, 41 today, near 40 tomorrow, but it might be more in the upper 30s and north of the metro tomorrow, might stay in the 30s. So we're going to talk more about that, and then temperatures kind of bouncing around a little bit through the week, but mostly on the chilly side. Super Doppler 10 right now. We have a lot of rain, a little mixed in some places though. It's all rain for northeast North Carolina, and there's a lot of it. Manteo, Corolla, Elizabeth City, back to Ahoskie. South side, we're seeing scattered showers all over the place, moving from west to the east. This is all rain here, and you know, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and then we've got maybe a little mix trying to come back in Hampton. A few sleet pellets, a few wet snowflakes, but it is melting. And then we've got just rain for Rushmere, mostly rain for Yorktown, Gloucester Point, but might be more on that mixiness in there between the courthouse, Matthews, and then also Cape Charles, Nessawadox, Melfa. A bit of a mix, but a melting mix. So this is around for a little while, but by the time we hit 9 a.m., most of it's wrapping up. By the time we get into the midday, it's pretty much gone. So it's mostly this morning for any precipitation out there. Now I'm throwing in the temperatures because tomorrow that's going to be a big factor. But this afternoon I think we'll see some clearing, and the high temps will probably be, I'm thinking low 40s, not too much different from here. But if we get the sun out a little longer, maybe we may get to the low to mid 40s for some. Now overnight, this model has some clearing for a bit. I think the clouds will come back fast though, and so temperatures will kind of hold in the mid to upper 30s tomorrow morning. Starting off, this is 8 a.m. We don't see any precip except for some inland spots. It starts up as a little bit of snow, but then it reaches to the east, gets into the metro as maybe some snow or a mix for a time in here. North of the metro, Williamsburg, Gloucester, that might just be snow though. Notice the temperatures are above freezing, so they'll be melting, and it's just a melting mix for northeast North Carolina up to southern Virginia Beach up through that time. Now this model takes that mix a little bit more south at 11 a.m. Other models start taking that rain snow line north between 11 a.m. and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So our model does have some snow here, but again, temps above freezing and melting. Now that rain snow line does work north eventually. Here's 4 or 5 o'clock. Maybe it's up around Hampton. We get melting over the south side in North Carolina, but then the rain snow line makes its way even more north. So by 7 o'clock, that rain starts to take over, and there's melting around Gloucester and the lower eastern shore, and then even more north around 9 o'clock. So this is tricky, this rain snow line moving north slowly. Just note that areas north of us could see a lot of snow. Northern Neck, north of Richmond, they could really start to add it up to 8, 9 inches, maybe higher amounts up there. So these are the models. Some of them have that rain snow line getting north faster, like the Euro, so it hardly has anything. What you just saw is future track. So blending all of these in, including National Weather Service forecast, this is kind of what I've come up with. Southern Virginia Beach south, mostly a melting mix, mostly rain. Maybe a mix for a time. ½ inch to an inch over the Hampton Roads area, but then that melts later in the day. And then 1 to 2 inches for parts of the peninsula, James City County, maybe northern Newport News, Matthews County, Melfa, but that 2 to 4 inch area could possibly make it down in here to Williamsburg and Gloucester easily. And then I've got 4 to 6 up there for the northern neck and north of Richmond, and again higher amounts where you see the pink, 6, 7, 8 inches up there. But what's tricky is the timing of the changeover. You know, it's mostly a melting mix. That's easy to the southeast, but a late afternoon changeover and melting possible for the metro, and then an evening changeover to rain for Gloucester, Matthews, Melfa, and then it melts. So that's why it just gets so tricky. So stay tuned for updates on this thing. Temperatures today around 40 degrees, low 40s, early mix, and then some clearing in the afternoon. But tomorrow we got that mix, and well, it changes over to rain at some point, highs near 40. And then we got just rain Wednesday, Thursday. It's easy, but boy, it's going to be kind of nasty out. 40s for highs Wednesday, upper 50s Thursday.